Hi, I'm Freya. I'm a youth board member for a charity called Beyond. I'm here today to read a story by my friend, a Beyond ambassador, Dylan Holloway.
Thanks, Freya. I Don't Want a Werewolf Sleeping on My Sofa is a tale about what happens when a stranger comes knocking at the door looking for a place to stay. And well, why don't you go ahead and listen to it and find out what happens? I hope you enjoy.
Early one morning in the home of the Cherries, father cooked breakfast pancake with blueberries. Mother drank coffee and sister was loud while I sat there staring at the sky and the clouds. The morning was normal, the same as before. Then something strange happened, a knock at the door. Father went to answer. Mother shouted, "Who is it?" Father said, "You won't believe, a werewolf and a wizard." We all ran to see if he was telling a lie, but there they both stood in the doorway. Oh my. The wizard was tall, blue coat and blue hat, but the werewolf was taller, much taller in fact. Shiny sharp teeth and a thick layer of hair, a long trailing tail and big ears up there. Father said, "Come in, how can we help you?" The wizard said, I have something to tell you." Stroking his beard, which went down to his knees, the wizard exclaimed, "It's perfect, you see." "Sorry, what's perfect?" my mother replied. "Your house is, my dear. It's just the right size." "The right size for what?" my sister was saying. "Well, I need a place for a werewolf to stay in." "What?" we all shout. "You must be a joker. We don't want a werewolf sleeping on our sofa." "Oh, really? Why not?" Confused was the wizard. He tried to explain, but we just wouldn't listen. Father said, "He won't fit. His feet will hang over. I don't want a werewolf sleeping on my sofa." Mother said, "He'll eat the family if the family come over. I don't want a werewolf sleeping on my sofa." Sister said, "No, he'll make so much mess and probably bite holes in my favourite dress. He'll howl at the moon and hog the controller. I don't want a werewolf sleeping on my sofa." The wizard got angry and red in the face, but my family kept shouting all over the place. "He'll stay up through the night, he'll probably snore. We'd have to put padlocks on all of the doors. Think of the dishes, the washing, the hair. It's a big bad idea and we feel in despair. Wizard, you're rude. How can you expect us to look after your monstrous pet?" "Be quiet, stop yelling," the wizard blew up. He tried to stay calm, but he'd had quite enough. "Oh, Cherries, how could you? I thought you'd be different, but look at you, judging things on their appearance." In that moment, the silence had filled up the room. Nobody blinked and nobody moved. Quiet, so quiet you could hear a pin drop. The wizard was mad, and madder he got. "Cherries, I'm angry. I don't know what to say." Then something strange happened. The werewolf said, "Hey." Everyone was shocked. Werewolf was a girl. We'd never have guessed it, not in the whole world. In a very soft voice, quite gentle and small. "I know you think I'm scary and tall. Tall I may be, but scary I'm not. And I'm really upset you've judged me on the spot. Wizard and I have made up a plan. For me to stay here, I'd lend you a hand. I build, I'm a chef, and I'd never eat Grandad. I'm a vegetarian. Meat I can't stand. I sew and I paint. I'm a brilliant mechanic, but you hurt my feelings when you got panicked. You didn't give me time. You didn't let me speak. Did you think I couldn't hear, or my heart was concrete? I understand. I feel the cold shoulder. You don't want this werewolf sleeping on your sofa." Werewolf turned away with tears in her eyes. It was so sad. We really weren't nice. My family stood still, looking at the ground. We all felt so bad. Nobody felt proud. Then, in that moment, something had changed. I shyly stepped forward and said, "We're ashamed." I didn't speak much, so I had nervous feelings, but I had to stand up for something I believed in. "Dear Miss Werewolf, you must be so sad, hearing us judge you and assume you were bad. You wanted to help us in exchange for our sofa, and we thought we knew you, but we were further, not closer." The wizard looked at me, smiled and glanced over at Miss Werewolf. "Would you give a second chance?" She turned right around, standing there lonely. I really did want you all to get to know me. I plucked up the courage. It might be a roller coaster, but I want a werewolf sleeping on my sofa. Sister stepped forward and quickly said, "Sorry. You seem so lovely. I was wrong to be worried. You can teach me to sew and I'll teach you my yoga because I want a werewolf sleeping on my sofa." Mother was proud of us both for our kindness. She stood up and smiled, then stood right behind us. "I'll get veggie food and buy double the soda. You're welcome to stay here with us on our sofa." Father said sorry to Miss Werewolf and the Wizard. How could we have been so cold, like a blizzard? It's easy to judge someone on how they look, but the story is really what's inside the book. Everyone comes in their own shapes and sizes, and that's why the world is so full of surprises. From now on, we'll give a little more time to get to know someone before being unkind. We'll be friends forever until we're all older. We do want a werewolf sleeping on our sofa. The end. What do you think the book was about?
The book was about being kind to other people.
What kind things have you done for others?
I looked through some of my toys that I didn't use and that other kids might want it.
Have you done anything kind for anybody else?
Kindness is sharing a snack or a smile, holding the door or sitting a while. It is giving a hug or lending a hand and helping others understand. Kindness is listening, even when we're small. It care for others, one and all.
What kind things have you done for somebody else?